The night the billionaire senator died. This is where it ends. 5 siblings, 1 fortune, 1 body. But it started 3 nights ago, the night Senator Thomas Harwood, billionaire, power broker, father of 5, whispered one name and destroyed them all. Her name is Emma Harwood, the youngest, the quiet one. For 26 years, she was the daughter nobody noticed. Not at campaign rallies, not in Christmas cards, not in his speeches about family values. She was the one who refilled his medications, who drove him to chemo when he got too weak, who sat with him at 3 in the morning when the nightmares came. Her siblings visited once a month, took photos for Instagram, and left. Emma stayed. She thought that's what love looked like, staying. She was wrong. The senator's bedroom, medical equipment beeping steadily in the background. Emma enters quietly, carefully, the way she always did. Thomas is awake, lucid, clutching a manila envelope with both hands like it might disappear if he let go. Emma, sit. Dad, you should rest. I don't have time to rest. I need to tell you something. Before... He coughs, a deep, rattling sound that shakes his entire frame. She hands him water, supporting his head the way she's done 1,000 times before. You're not mine. Silence fills the room like a presence. What? Biologically, you were adopted. 6 months old. Emma's face goes blank, every emotion draining away like water through her fingers. Your mother and I couldn't have more children after the twins. We found you. Private adoption, $200,000 to keep it quiet. Do the others know? No, and they can't. Not yet. He hands her the envelope with trembling fingers. Inside, she finds adoption papers, her original birth certificate, baby girl Rodriguez, written in neat typewriter letters. Mother unknown, father unknown. I kept this from you, not because I didn't love you, but because they wouldn't. His eyes close, his breathing becomes shallow, labored, each breath a struggle. Emma, forgive me. 40 seconds later, the monitors flatline. He is gone. She is holding his hand, the papers, and the secret that will tear her family apart. Rain at the cemetery 3 days later. 4 siblings in designer black standing under expensive umbrellas. Emma in a plain dress, standing apart from them all, no umbrella, letting the rain soak through to her skin. Meet the Harwood children. James, 38, golden boy, Dad's chief of staff for 12 years, thought he was the favourite his entire life. Victoria, 35, socialite, married rich, still wanted richer. Dad called her the vulture behind her back. She never knew. Marcus, 32, the black sheep, cut off 5 years ago for embarrassing the family with a DUI and an art degree. Showed up anyway because he's stubborn like that. Claire, 29, the lawyer, sharp as broken glass, calculating. Dad's chess partner every Sunday evening, never lost a single game. And Emma, the one nobody remembered to speak to. James walks over, his shoes making soft sounds in the wet grass. You holding up okay, Em? I'm fine. Good. Will readings in 2 hours. Lawyer wants everyone there. He walks away without waiting for a response, already pulling out his phone. Victoria's whisper carries across the graves like she wants Emma to hear. Why is she even invited? It's not like Dad left her anything. The law office, 2 hours later. Mahogany table that's probably worth more than most people's cars. 5 leather chairs, expensive art on the walls. The lawyer sits at the head, 60-something, grey suit, uncomfortable in a way that makes everyone else uncomfortable too. His hand trembles as he pulls out a single sheet of paper. Thank you all for coming. I'll be brief. Your father's estate is valued at $1.2 billion. Victoria smiles. James leans back like he's already won. Marcus rolls his eyes. Claire takes notes in a leather journal. Emma stares at the table. However, there's a clause. The lawyer clears his throat, reads slowly, carefully, like every word matters. To my children, you spent your lives asking what I could give you. Now I'm asking what you gave me. Everything. The estate, the properties, the accounts, goes to the one who truly loved me. The rest get nothing. Shock ripples through the room like an earthquake. What the hell does that mean? He can't do that. That's not legal. Actually, he can. It's legal. Subjective, but legal. Marcus laughs, bitter and sharp. So the old man's making us prove we loved him. Even from beyond the grave, he's playing games. You have 7 days. Submit evidence, letters, photos, testimony, anything that demonstrates genuine love and care. I review everything and make the determination per his instructions. Evidence of love? You can't quantify that. That's impossible. Your father believed you could. And he did. A flash drive slides across the polished table. He left video messages for each of you. Watching them is optional. Victoria grabs for it. James grabs it from her. Claire plucks it from James's hand calmly, efficiently, like she's removing evidence from a crime scene. They watch together in that same study where Emma used to dust books and organize pills. Laptop open on the desk. First video plays. James, my firstborn, my legacy. James leans forward, confident, ready for praise he's been waiting for his entire life. You asked me once why I never said I was proud of you. Do you remember what I said? James's smile starts to fade. I said, when you do something worth being proud of, I'll tell you. You're 38 years old. I'm still waiting. The video cuts. James's face goes white. Victoria's turn. Victoria, my beautiful daughter, you married for money, had children for appearances, visited me for inheritance updates. Tell me, when's the last time you asked how I was feeling? Not how's the campaign or how's your health for the optics, how I was feeling. Victoria's jaw clenches so hard you can see the muscle jump. Marcus, I cut you off because you embarrassed me. You got a DUI, you quit law school, you chose art over legacy. But you know what I realized in the end? Marcus looks up, something like hope flickering in his eyes. You were the only one brave enough to disappoint me. His eyes fill with tears he won't let fall. Claire, you're brilliant, ruthless. You remind me of myself. That's not a compliment. Claire's face doesn't move, doesn't react, but something in her eyes goes dark. Emma? Everyone turns to look at her. Emma shrinks into herself like she's trying to disappear into the chair. The senator's voice is different now, softer, warmer, almost gentle. You gave me something I didn't deserve. I hope you understand why I'm doing this. The video ends. Chaos erupts immediately. That's it? Cryptic bullshit and insults? He's manipulating us from beyond the grave. Or testing us, which is exactly what the will says. Marcus turns to Emma, his voice low and urgent. What did he mean? You gave me something. I don't know, Emma says quietly, honestly, because she genuinely doesn't understand. Claire's eyes narrow. She doesn't believe her. Comment below, if your parent left a will like this, would you fight for it or walk away? Day 2. Alliances form in locked rooms behind closed doors. James and Victoria in the study making deals. We need to work together, pool our evidence, make sure one of us wins. You mean make sure you win? Fine, me, but you get 20% if you help. 30%. Deal. Marcus finds Emma in the kitchen making coffee at 2 in the morning, hands shaking. They're going to come after you, you know. Why? I'm nobody. Exactly. Dad's video was different for you, softer. That makes you a threat. I don't want his money. Marcus laughs, sad and knowing. That's what makes you dangerous. You're the only one who means it. Claire, alone in her father's bedroom, going through drawers methodically, systematically, like she's building a case. She finds a hidden journal, locked. What were you hiding, Dad? Day 3. Emma hides in the attic, going through old boxes, looking for childhood photos to submit as evidence. She finds her adoption papers where she hid them, studies them under the single hanging bulb. Baby girl Rodriguez, mother unknown, father unknown. She whispers to herself, who was she? Why did she give me up? Footsteps on the attic stairs. Emma shoves the papers in her bag just as Claire appears in the doorway. What are you doing up here? Looking for photos, for the will. Find anything good? Just old stuff. Claire moves closer, her lawyer instincts kicking in, scanning Emma's face for lies. You know, Dad kept a lot of secrets. Financial records I'm still finding, offshore accounts, strange payments. I wouldn't know anything about that. I found a payment, $200,000, 26 years ago, to a private adoption agency. Emma's blood runs cold. She can feel her heartbeat in her throat. You want to tell me what that was for? I don't... You're adopted. Not a question, a statement of fact. He told me, the day he died. Does anyone else know? No. Good. Let's keep it that way. Why would you? Because if James finds out, he'll use it to disqualify you. Not real family, he'll say, and the lawyer might agree. Claire moves to the door, pauses with her hand on the frame. I don't know why Dad loved you, Emma, but he did, and I'm not going to let James take that from you. She leaves Emma alone in the attic. Day 4. All 5 siblings called to the lawyer's office. He looks grim, exhausted, like he hasn't slept. There's been a development. Your father left a journal, locked, with instructions that it be opened on day 4. He holds up a leather journal, worn at the edges from years of use, opens it carefully, reads aloud in a steady voice. If you're reading this, I'm dead, and you're fighting. Good. You need to fight to understand what you've lost. The siblings exchange looks, confused, angry, scared. I'll tell you a secret. Only one of you ever asked me how I was feeling. Not, how's the campaign or how's your health for the optics, but how I was feeling, as a human, as a father. Everyone wonders if it's them, running through memories, trying to remember. That child visited me every day for 3 years, not because I asked, because they wanted to. James and Victoria exchange looks. They visited once a month at most. That child is the one who deserves everything. The rest of you can fight over the scraps of your guilt. There's more, the lawyer says, but the rest is sealed until day 7. James stands up so fast his chair falls backward. This is bullshit. He's pitting us against each other. It's Emma, obviously. She was here every day. Or Claire. She lived 10 minutes away. I visited twice a week. Emma was here daily. James turns on Emma, vicious now, desperate. Must be nice, swooping in at the end, playing nurse, securing the bag. I wasn't playing anything, Emma says quietly. Bullshit. You saw a dying old man and $1 billion opportunity. Marcus steps between them, protective. Back off, James. Or what? You gonna defend her, the little orphan? Emma's face goes white. James notices, his eyes narrowing. Wait, what did I just say? Emma grabs her bag and runs. He didn't know. It was just a word, but it landed like a bullet. Day 5. Emma in a bathroom, crying, staring at adoption papers spread across the sink. Her phone rings, unknown number. She almost doesn't answer. Hello? Is this Emma Harwood? Yes? My name is Maria Rodriguez. I think I'm your mother. Emma drops the phone, picks it up with shaking hands. What? I gave you up 26 years ago. Private adoption. I was 19, I had nothing. But I've thought about you every single day. And when I saw the senator died, I saw your photo in the news, and I knew. You knew what? That you were mine. Emma can barely breathe. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called. I needed you to know I didn't want to give you up. I had to. I need to meet you. Coffee shop the next day. Emma and Maria sitting across from each other at a small table by the window, both crying. Maria is 45, Latina, worn but warm, kind eyes that look exactly like Emma's. You look like me when I was young. Why did you give me up? I was undocumented, working 2 jobs, 16 hours a day, barely surviving. Your father, your biological father, he left when he found out I was pregnant. I couldn't give you what you deserved, so I found an agency. They found the Harwoods. Did you try to find me? The adoption was closed. I wasn't allowed. But I kept every article about the senator, every photo of his family, hoping I'd see you. She pulls out worn newspaper clippings, carefully preserved in plastic sleeves. Emma at age 8 in the background of a family photo, barely visible. Age 12 at a campaign rally, standing alone at the edge of the crowd. Age 16, blurry and forgotten. You were never in the front, always in the back. I wondered if they loved you. I don't know if they did. I did. I do. They hold hands across the table and cry together. Emma's phone buzzes. 47 missed calls. Text from Claire. Come home, now, emergency. Emma doesn't want to go back. For the first time in her life, she's found someone who chose her. Not because she was useful, because she was hers. Emma arrives at the mansion, police car in the driveway, lights off but present like a threat. She runs inside, study destroyed, furniture overturned, papers everywhere, books on the floor. James and Marcus separated by 2 officers, Victoria crying in the corner, Claire on the phone with the lawyer, voice clipped and professional. What happened? James accused Marcus of stealing evidence. Marcus punched him. It escalated. We're not pressing charges, but you people need to get it together. The officers leave, shaking their heads. James, bloody nose, turning on Marcus. You're out. You hear me? You just disqualified yourself. I don't give a damn about the money. Then why are you here? Because Emma deserves it, and you don't. James lunges. Claire steps between them, slams James against the wall by his collar. Touch him again, and I swear to God, I'll bury you with Dad. James freezes. Claire releases him. Emma notices something on the desk, the signet ring, her father's ring, sitting there like an accusation. Who had this? It was in Dad's safe. James opened it today. This was on his finger when he died. I watched them put it on. Then someone took it off the body. Everyone looks at each other. Someone here is a thief, or worse. Emma examines the ring, turning it over in her fingers, notices engraving inside the band. Her fingers trace the letters slowly. Forgive me. Day 7. Lawyer's office. All 5 siblings, tense silence. The lawyer opens the final journal pages with hands that shake slightly. reads aloud. If you've made it to day 7, you're either desperate or determined. Maybe both. Nervous laughter. I'm going to tell you who gets everything, but first I need to tell you why. Everyone leans in. 26 years ago, I made a choice. My wife and I couldn't have more children. We wanted a 5th. We adopted a baby girl, 6 months old. Perfect. Emma's hands grip the chair arms. We told everyone she was ours. We raised her like she was, but I never forgot she wasn't. Emma's eyes close. And slowly, over the years, I resented her, not because she was adopted, but because she reminded me I couldn't give my wife what she wanted, a biological child. Emma's tears fall silently. So I neglected her, not physically, but emotionally. I praised the other 4, photographed them, introduced them. Emma, I forgot to love. The 4 siblings slowly turn to look at Emma. Victoria covers her mouth. Marcus closes his eyes. Claire's face shows rare emotion. James looks at the floor. But 3 years ago, when I got diagnosed, Emma was the one who stayed, not because I asked, because she loved me anyway. Victoria starts crying. She drove me to appointments, organized my medications, held my hand during the panic attacks. She loved me when I was useless, when I couldn't offer her anything but pain. Marcus wipes his eyes. And I realized I'd spent 26 years loving the children who shared my blood and ignoring the one who shared my heart. Emma is sobbing now, hand over her mouth, trying to stay quiet. So here's my final decision. Everything goes to Emma, not because she earned it, but because she loved me when I didn't deserve it. That's the purest form of love there is. Silence. James, Victoria, Claire, Marcus, you're my children. I love you. But you loved my success, my status, my money. Emma loved me. The lawyer closes the journal. To my 4 biological children, I'm leaving you each $50,000. Enough to start over, not enough to coast. Figure out who you are without me. To Emma, I'm leaving you everything else, not because you're adopted, but because you're mine. Forgive me for taking so long to say it. Emma stands and runs from the room, gasping for air. Outside on the courthouse steps, Emma hyperventilating. Marcus sits next to her. Hey, breathe. I don't want it, any of it. I know. I wanted him to love me. That's all. Not this. He did love you. He just didn't know how to show it. He left me everything, and I'm angry at him. What does that make me? Human. For what it's worth, I'm glad you're getting it. You earned it. I didn't earn anything. I just stayed. That's more than the rest of us did. Marcus stands to leave. Marcus, what are you going to do with the 50,000? Open an art studio, like I always wanted. Maybe Dad's last gift was letting me fail on my own terms. Victoria approaches next, mascara ruined, tears real this time. I'm sorry. For what? For not seeing you. For 26 years. You were just there. And I never asked how you were, if you were okay, if you needed anything. She sits on the steps, doesn't touch Emma, respects the space between them. I called you the orphan once, at a Christmas party, to my friends. Dad heard. He didn't speak to me for a month. I thought he was being dramatic. He wasn't. I don't want to take everything from you. You didn't take anything. We threw it away. Claire emerges last, sits next to Emma, long silence between them. I knew. What? About the adoption. I found the papers when I was 16, doing research for a school project in Dad's files. You knew for 10 years? I never told anyone, not even Dad. Because I realized it didn't matter. You were my sister, blood or not. Then why didn't you ever talk to me? You ignored me like everyone else. Because I was ashamed. Emma looks at her. I watched them ignore you, exclude you, forget you, and I did nothing because it was easier, because I was a coward. Her voice cracks. I'm sorry, Emma. You deserved better, from all of us. She hands Emma an envelope. This is from me, evidence I submitted to the lawyer, for you. What is it? Letters. Every letter you ever wrote to Dad. Birthday cards, notes you left on his pillow when he was in the hospital. He kept every single one. I found them in a box labeled Emma's Love. Emma opens the envelope. Dozens of cards. Her handwriting, different ages. He loved you, Emma. He just didn't know how to show it while he was alive. So he showed it the only way he knew how. Emma alone on the steps, reading her own words back to herself through tears. Card from age 8. Dear Daddy, I know you're busy. I love you anyway. Emma. Card from age 16. Dad, I don't need to be in the photo. I just want to be in your life. Card from age 25. You're not a burden. You're my father. I'll stay as long as you need me. James exits last, doesn't sit, stands with hands in pockets, looking anywhere but at Emma. I'm not going to apologize. I don't expect you to. You know what's funny? I spent my whole life trying to be him, senator, power broker, legacy builder, and in the end, he gave it all to the one person who never tried. I don't want to be him. I know. That's why you got it. He was right about me. I never did anything worth being proud of. I just did what he told me to. It's not too late. Yeah, it is. He starts walking away, stops. For what it's worth, I hope you do something better with it than he did. He leaves. Emma alone, holding the cards, wearing the ring. The lawyer asked if she wanted to accept the inheritance. She said yes. Not because she wanted the money, but because refusing it would have wasted the only thing her father ever gave her. Proof that she mattered. 6 months later, headlines read, Emma Harwood donates $1.1 billion to foster care and adoption reform. Emma in a simple apartment, not the mansion, packing boxes. She kept $50 million, enough to never worry again. The rest went to kids like her, who needed someone to stay. She opens a box. Inside, the signet ring, the cards, a photo, her and Thomas, her age 6, his hand on her shoulder, the only photo she found of them together. She didn't keep the mansion, or the cars, or the legacy. She kept the ring, the cards, and the photo. Knock on the door. Emma opens it. Maria standing there with groceries, smiling. I brought dinner. You didn't have to. I wanted to. That's what family does. They hug. Maria enters. Emma and Maria cooking together in the small kitchen, laughing, easy, natural. She'd spent 26 years trying to earn love from people who didn't know how to give it. And then she found someone who'd been looking for her the whole time. Emma's phone rings. Claire. She answers. Hey. Hey, just calling to check in. You doing okay? Yeah, I'm good. You? Better. Started my own practice. Took your advice. Doing family law. Pro bono cases. That's amazing. Yeah, well, Someone taught me that money isn't the only thing worth fighting for. Listen, Marcus is opening his studio next month. We're all going, even Victoria. Will you—
Come. All of you? James RSVP'd no, but the rest of us, we want to try, if you're willing.
Emma looks at Maria, who nods encouragingly.
I'll be there. Good. And Emma? Yeah?
Thank you for not giving up on us. You're my family. I don't know how to give up on family. Flashback to the senator's bedroom. The death scene, complete now. Emma holding Thomas's hand, adoption papers on the bedside table, is breathing shallow. Emma. She leans in close. I'm here, Dad. I'm right here. Final breath. Whisper. Emma. Forgive me. Emma. Flatline. People asked her later whose name he whispered. They thought it was the answer, the key to the fortune. But it wasn't a revelation. It was an apology. Return to present. Emma sitting at her small kitchen table, Maria making tea. Emma wearing the signet ring, reading one of her old cards. He whispered her name 3 times, not because she was his favourite, but because she was the one he'd failed the most. And in the end, he wanted her to know he saw it. Close-up of the ring, engraving inside, "Forgive me." She forgave him, not because he deserved it, but because she did. Marcus's art studio opening, small gallery, his paintings on the walls, abstract, colourful, alive. Victoria there in casual clothes, jeans and a sweater, not designer labels. Claire in a simple dress. Emma enters with Maria. You came. Of course I came. They hug. Victoria approaches nervously with a little girl. Emma, this is my daughter, Sophie. She's 7. Sophie, this is your Aunt Emma. Hi. Emma kneels to her level. Hi, Sophie. It's really nice to meet you. I want her to know you, the real you, not the invisible one I pretended didn't exist. I'd like that. The 4 siblings, minus James, plus Maria, plus Sophie, together, talking, laughing. Not perfect, but trying. James never came back. He moved to London, started over. Maybe that's what he needed. The rest of them are figuring it out. They're not the family Dad wanted them to be, but maybe they're the family they were supposed to become. Emma looking at Marcus's painting, the family portrait, abstract but recognizable. 5 figures, one smaller than the others in the center, glowing. I call it the one who stayed. It's beautiful. So are you. They stand in silence, looking at the art. Emma, alone in her apartment at night. She opens the box with the photo, her and Thomas, age 6. She places it on her mantel next to a new photo, her and Maria. She touches both photos, past and present, loss and found. Someone asked her once if she regretted it, being adopted into a family that forgot her. She said no, because even though they forgot her for 26 years, in the end, she was the one he remembered. Close-up of the signet ring on her finger. Blood doesn't make you family. Staying does. Loving anyway does. Forgiving when you don't have to, that makes you family. She closes the box, turns off the light. Black screen. Her voice soft and steady. If you've ever felt invisible in your own family, if you loved someone who didn't know how to love you back, if you stayed when everyone else left, you are not alone. Comment below and tell me your story. Who did you stay for? Who forgot to see you? Did you ever get your apology? Sometimes the people we love most love us the least. But that doesn't mean we were wrong to love them. It just means they were wrong to forget. Comment your story below. Subscribe for more stories about the families we're born into and the families we choose. Love.